and you can kind of see that little donut or drop out in the middle. If there is a tornado on the ground, it's most likely going to be in that vicinity between Riga and Ellis as that continues to lift out to the north. So, Jared, I'm just going to keep you on the line.
Okay.
Stay with us. I am going to go back down to Kiowa County, get away from Ellis and Riga, and then we'll go ahead and return most of the network back to the regular programming. Keep in mind that we're continuous on that. Once again, we've got a good little hook echo in the vicinity of Greensburg. All right, we talked about that. Let's head back over towards Ellis. Let's go back to our Cakeland storm chaser, Jared Sorello, who is live from Ellis. Jared, what's going on where you are now?
We've gone back north into Ellis. The sirens are sounding in Ellis, and what we're going to do, Jay, is get back up on I-70. It looks as though the massive area of circulation that everybody's been talking about, that EMS workers in Trego County were tracking this apparent large and damaging tornado north of Cedar Bluff and Cedar Bluff's reservoir. That area that I was looking at has moved to the west of Ellis. So that is some good news there. But however, while we're driving and trying to keep our eyes on the sky, I'm not able to look at a radar picture, Jay. It appeared there was a second storm to the south that could actually hit Ellis, and there was a possibility of a tornado.
Well, let's work the one you're on now. Are you close to old US 40?
We are in downtown Ellis right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got to admit, instead of immediately getting on I-70, you may want to wait just a little while, because the area of circulation is still right in the vicinity of I-70 between Riga and Ellis. So it's one of those things, as you get through town, I would keep a very close watch to your west and to your northwest as you approach I-70, because we're still seeing the circulation right in the vicinity of I-70 between Riga and Ellis. Right in that location is where we have the tightest circulation at the current time.
Yeah, I would agree with that, because this area that I was looking at that appeared, Jay, that it was rain-wrapped, that could have possibly been a tornado. I couldn't see it, but it was, if there was a tornado, it was rain-wrapped. That area that I was looking at just a few minutes ago, the last time I talked with you, the power just went out in Ellis. It must have taken a lightning hit. I didn't see it. I didn't see the lightning, but all the power, all the street lights have gone out in Ellis. And I'm going to look behind me for some possible power flashes or anything like that. It looks very dark there, Jay, but looking at velocity, are you seeing any sort of good-looking signatures to the south of Ellis? I see a police officer down there also with his red lights and sirens on, making me wonder if something has happened on the south side of Ellis.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things, there's obviously anytime with a storm like this, some occasional velocity contamination, so, there's nothing clear there. I am watching this area near Brownell. I can't tell whether or not that's some bad data or the next storm starting to cycle up north of Brownell, and if it does, that would generate the next tornado threat, and that would potentially be more of an Ogalla and Riga threat with its current speed and direction, and not necessarily an Ellis threat. I mean, could there have been some wind damage with these storms? Absolutely, but we still continue to see the best circulation there. Okay, Jared, hang on a second. We're going to go back on to the northeast.
Oh, Jay, there's huge power flashes to our south. Keep going straight. Yes. Jay, we just saw huge power flashes to our south, back toward Ellis. I'm on I-70, and that was a huge, bright flash of light. The sun's gone down. Yes, there's a tornado south of I-70, west of Ellis. There is definitely a tornado. I'm seeing more flashes.
Okay.
More power flashes.
Give us your position again.
I am west of Ellis. We're now continuing west. It appears to be a small tornado. I would say it's very hard to see it. I'm only able to see it, Jay, with the flashes of lightning. But we did see it. Yes, hit this. Turn around. I want you to turn around. Go back east. You got time.
All right. Now, how close to Ellis would you put the power flashes in the tornado? How close to Ellis?
We saw the power flashes about, yes, go, east. We saw the power flashes about 1 mile, I would estimate, no more than a mile south of I-70. Yes, I want you to scream it. Now we're getting some hail as well.
Jay, we just had another storm spotter call in.
Yes.
Jim. He is just to the south of Ellis right now, and he does see a large tornado on the ground.
Just south of Ellis, moving towards Ellis.
Just to the south and to the west of Ellis.
All right, so let's stay. Hopefully you're already in your shelters. Let's stay sheltered in Ellis.
Okay.
So obviously we have a tornado. Jared, I don't know if you heard that, but we just had another report of a tornado
Yes.
on the ground just south of Ellis, moving towards Ellis.
I am 1 mile west of Ellis on I-70, Jay.
All right, if you're on the west side, you're probably going to, obviously you're getting pelted with hail now. You may get into some large hail.
I just had a little bit of hail, and we had very strong winds, I would say probably 50 to 60 miles per hour. It almost made me think that possibly that was the tornado. But now we're getting into a little bit of a clearing. Yes. Well, I can't see anything that would resemble a tornado at this point in time. But just to the west of Ellis, it looks extremely dark. And with losing the sunlight, Jay, I would just folks in Ellis definitely need to take shelter because this thing is no more than a mile south of Ellis and it's continuing to move north, obviously.
All right. So, and once again, we just got off the phone with our Blake, our other Capeland storm spotter.
He's mobile right now.
He's mobile. He's just south of Ellis. So I take it he's gonna get back in touch with us soon.
Yes.
Okay. So once again, we have reports of a tornado on the ground heading towards Ellis. Jared Sorello reporting the lightning flashes, which at night one of the tools you use to track with the thunderstorm. Jared, what are you seeing now?
We're trying to look south. We're still seeing inflow with this thunderstorm. We're at the Ellis exit, which is Highway 247, I believe. Go south, Zoe. I want you to go south in town. We are at, the power is completely out. We're at I believe, the western edge. There's 2 exits in Ellis, I believe. We're at the west side and continuing south. If this tornado is still on the ground, Jay, it's through most of Ellis and maybe very well likely to the north of I-70 now. Turn around, Zoe. I want you to go back to that street.
Okay, and just okay.
We're at 4th and Washington in Ellis.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some small tree limbs down here in the roadway. At this point, there's some police officers running red light and siren. They appear to be warning people, obviously, of the danger. But it appears that there may be some damage on just to the west or maybe southwest side of Ellis because those power flashes that we saw were very, very bright. We're back at I-70 here on the west side of Ellis looking north because if this thing was still on the ground, I believe it would be north of I-70 by now. And, Jay, maybe you can reiterate that with the velocity radar image the next time it loops.
And we got a little bit of contaminated data. I'm waiting for it to come on. We call this a tail end Charlie, but basically down here along the southern flank, we're going to see if that wraps up and